people. I said in my last video that I was going to film something where I kind of just explained like where I've been and I guess kind of some sort of life update and explaining myself. And that I didn't know whether it would go out on Sunday or the following Friday, and it's gonna be the following Friday, so okay, this Friday when this is out. Honestly, it's been a very very hard time. For the past, I want to say we're 3 months, it's been non-stop bad shit basically. It was kind of like I had so obviously throughout the summer I was having like health problems. Luckily that cleared up, and I will never ever, and I never have, as someone who is like chronically disabled, but in general, like when your health is okay, when everything else is shit, you're just like, at least I have my health because it's so important. But yeah, that started off the train of bad things. Then a bunch of stuff happened with like work stuff, and then also at the exact same time family stuff, and that was kind of ongoing for a few weeks. And then a bunch more personal stuff happened, and I didn't want to sit here and be like, this is what happened, blah 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 blah. More so just explain the changes of everything going on in my life. I wouldn't say that it's reached a good point by any means. I am very much so depressed, traumatized, and struggling. But I am at the same time trying my best. There's been like, you know, in the past week or so, some good-ish things going on. But you know, really small things, but that doesn't mean that they're not good. It's just very hard when loads of really big bad things happen. When small good things, you're like, you can't really appreciate those small things fully. So this is what I'm gonna try and do. Firstly, hit 15k on Instagram, which is crazy, and a goal I've had for years. So thank you all, and it's still growing quite rapidly, which is insane, so that's really exciting, and I'm really grateful for that. I will be solo traveling soon. By soon I mean like when I'm filming this, in like a week, I think. I feel extremely underprepared for it, but also at the same time, because of where I am mentally, I'm like, yeah, I need this. I need to get away. I need to create new memories and associations with feelings and heal the trauma that I've been through over the past couple of months. And it's also for work, so that's really cool. That's a great opportunity. I'm getting paid to do it. I'm going places I've never been before, so that's something. That's not a small thing. That's honestly something that's really awesome, and I'm really grateful for, despite being very scared as a woman solo traveling. I'm trying to think. My head's a mess, so just like bear with me. I also didn't sleep very well last night because I keep having panic attacks mid sleep, which is not unusual for me, especially when I experience trauma. It's just not nice to be experiencing it again, to be honest. Good things. I did some health, not scans, but yeah, like appointments and stuff, and they all came back really positive. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that, even though I have not felt well recently, but I think that's purely because of the trauma I've been through, and yeah, in general, just when you go through trauma and you're depressed and all of that, it will just affect you physically. So hopefully that's the reason, because health-wise I seem to be actually okay, which is great. I also think like I lost a lot of weight when I was going through said trauma, and I do think I've gained some of that back, which is a good thing. I want to gain back more, but it's not easy, but I'm getting somewhere. I've been extremely productive in the past week and sleeping better and eating better, even though I don't feel very good. And for me, it's a good sign that I can pull myself, not out of it, but, you know, sit myself up and get through it. I am obviously also in consistent therapy. Yeah, this year has been really bad. And there's a lot of guilt, but towards myself, of like, I let everything happen to me almost, and you know, I put myself in situations where I feel, yeah, that I let those things happen, and so I'm dealing with a lot of that guilt. And but then I also think about like my therapist. I love her because she gives me like little tidbits of like little sayings that like actually really help me. And one of the things that she said was, because I said to her, I was like, I don't like who I am at the moment because I've let myself get hurt again, and not just hurt, but like traumatized again. And she was like, yeah, but you're in survival mode. You're not supposed to be likable right now. You're literally forcing yourself to live and breathe through trauma. Like, you're not gonna be fully yourself because you're in survival mode. You're not calm or anything. This is just how it's gonna be for a while, and it's not that you don't like yourself, it's that you are not actually fully yourself right now, and that's what you don't like. And I was like, yeah, that's true. So there's that. I wanna sit here and be like, oh, I have so many plans, and like I'm really excited for this, and I'll be okay. And the truth is none of that's true. I am definitely on like autopilot mode, but I'm also letting myself be on autopilot mode because I can't force, like if I force myself to a place where I'm just not, it will not end well. So yeah, regarding changes and stuff, I have been heavily in the last few weeks thinking about what I want to do in terms of YouTube and posting in general, and like, this is my job, right? Like, YouTube I don't get monetized on just yet. It's always been a passion project, and I never ever wanted to stop doing it despite not getting monetized, because I think if all you're doing is getting monetized, even if it's things you love, then you're not you know, it's an unhealthy balance, right? Like you need to do things that you love that aren't monetized so that you can just do it for the sake of it and loving it and the passion of it. So I'm gonna keep posting. But I'm also, like, this year in general, because just life has been fucking whiplash after whiplash, I kind of naturally stopped doing my articles. And I'm thinking about, and like in general, like my website, I was redoing it and then it got really expensive and I was just like, okay, I need to like sit down and think about all of this. I need to redo my website. I need to think whether I want to do my articles on said website or if I want to move it to Substack, because again, Substack is something that I naturally haven't posted on. I don't have the time necessarily for it. But I love those things. And now that I'm doing all of this full time, I want to have that balance of, okay, this is all paid, this is not, but I love this as much as I love this, so I'm gonna do both. That's the goal. How long it takes to get there, I don't know, but that's the goal. And then I'm also thinking about, oh, there was something else. What am I thinking? There was something else I wanted to talk about. Well, I've had some ideas. I've had some fun ideas, things that aren't crazy expensive for myself or for other people, things that I'm really passionate about and would love to do, things that would involve community, because that's really important to me. And I feel like, not recently, but like the whole point of my Substack was community and I kind of fell off, so I want to bring that back, that element back in. And yeah, I'm not gonna say what it is yet, but that's a really strong idea that I have, that I'm very passionate about, that I'm wanting to do something with. And in terms of like schedule and like posting frequently on YouTube, I'm still gonna do that. Obviously for about 5 years I've been posting twice a week. I think this is the longest I've been like as inconsistent as I have been. I want to take that pressure off of myself of like, you need to post X, Y, Z, blah blah blah, because I think by doing that this year, some, but not all, but some videos have just been pure shit and they've just been put out there so that I can say I've done 2 posts a week every week. I want to get to a place, and it will take time, where I'm like happy with everything I put out, but also that doesn't mean perfect. It just means that I'm happy that this is like on the internet. So that's another thing. So if I am posting once a week some weeks, twice a week some weeks, if I miss a week, that's what the schedule is going to look like for now, because I'm figuring it all out. I would love by January to have some sort of idea of what everything is gonna look like, and you know, I have OCD, I want everything to be pre-planned and perfect, but that's not life. And so yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And for some more context, like I decided I'm not gonna work for anyone anymore, which is a very big decision and very scary. And so far so good, no complaints. I prefer it. I knew I would, but yeah. But that's why it has to be so planned, because this is no longer just fun. It is fun, I still love it so much, but it is also like I need to focus on my career and my finances and things like that, especially when they've been so up in arms. Yeah, in general, there's a lot of grief I'm going through, and like I deleted all of my apps for a while and then downloaded them again, and then I was like, just have some fucking willpower, like just have self-control. Just do that instead of deleting it all. So that's where I'm at. I've got all my apps again, but I'm still not like as active, which is fine because I'm still active enough. Like it's not going to hinder anything. I think I just need it for my brain. Yeah, I'm going through a lot of grief and loss and pain and what feels like betrayal, and yeah, also just I think this aspect thing of like, I don't like who I am in survival mode. I don't like who I've been for the past 3 months. This isn't, I don't know who this is, and there's been very few pockets where I'm like, okay, like this is who I am. This is who I am when I feel good and okay. And like, for example, my best friend Hayden came from Belgium to like they're doing a little trip, and it was our first time meeting, and we've been friends online for 10 years, and that whole day with them was just like, I was like, okay, that's who I am. Cool. And then you're alone again, and all the grief hits you, and all the sadness and pain hits you, and you're like back into that survival mode, and living in anxiety, and not really living at all, really, if we're gonna be specific. But yeah, I'm just in a lot of pain and trying really, really hard. And you know, I think there was also like a time where I would spill my guts out and be like, this is everything I'm going through, and blah, blah. And it's like, you know what, the people in my life know what I'm going through, and that's good enough. And for me, it's more about like, doing this is more about community and authenticity, as you know, as well as remaining not private, but like just my own boundaries. Like, there are things I still haven't told people in my life, you know, so I'm not gonna just be like telling the internet kind of stuff. But yeah, I wanted you guys to know where I'm at with life and with things, and essentially just ask for like patience and stuff, because it's been really, 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 really hard. I honestly think that it's been one of the hardest times in my life, and I'm really sick of it, and I'm really tired of it, and I'm really pissed at myself for letting myself get to this point again, especially after healing so much trauma, just letting more trauma happen. And I know that that's not how that works, but yeah, that's the emotions I'm kind of dealing with. So it's a lot, and it's quite lonely, even when I have so many amazing people in my life. It's, you know, one day I'm good, literally, the next day I'm bad. One day I'm really good, the next day I'm bad. And it's annoying, because you don't want to be that way, but you have no control over how you are. So yeah, that's where I've been. That's what I've been up to, getting traumatized. But yeah, there's gonna be some cool stuff coming out soon that I'm really excited about, and hopefully into the new year, I'm not going to put pressure on myself, but into the new year, there will be some sort of consistency from me. No promises, but I will try. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much if you watched all the way through. If you didn't, same. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.